Holy Spirit, angels, ancestors, guides, my team of the highest rank residents, thank you for raising me out of my bed. Thank you for this blessed Yemaya Saturday. Divine masculine, make it hot. Divine feminine, make it hot. Spirit, make it pop. What's up, my unit? Been a minute. I know. I was in my shell this season. I had to enjoy my birthday and take this time for myself. So don't cost me. But it's really giving right now. You know? Right? My season's all about karma. Right? And most of the time people like to think karma is a thing of like to worry about, you know? Karma is not really something to worry about. Karma is not really something you should really care about if you're a good person, right? Karma is usually something that goes around, right? So you shouldn't see it really coming for you in a certain way. And if you do, you should know how it's coming to you because you know how you've been moving around in the world, right? So even this little stunt that we see here with the CEO this weekend, right? I love how the masculine energy is trying to blame such a candid moment, right? As a setup where that's spirit, right? We don't have control over those timings, those divine timings where spirit comes in and deals with the karma for you. That's why at times where you feel the internal, right? My season's ready for you to explode, where it's like, don't, right? It will be taken care of for you, right? And what's hidden in the dark will always come to the light, right? So in that aspect, right? Nobody was out gunning, right? For any money, right? You set yourself up, painted this picture out to the world, right? Walk with me, talk with me, right? Wagwan, right? Walk with me, talk with me for a second, right? You're painting a picture off into the world, right? And that is, you're married, right? I don't care what it is, right? But we're using this as an example because it's dead, right? So you're married. That's what the world sees, right? And you go somewhere and they're taking moments of couples, right? You're not only standing there with somebody, right? You're booed up, okay? You're booed up. So now when it's your turn for spirit to put the lens on you, right? Right? So that karma that hit this week, right? It was not, I don't, it was for us to see. Why is that for us to see in that aspect? Because of the energy and the platform that they are on the 3D, right? So everything works, right? The same. As above, so below. So on the 3D, you want to be a CEO, right? You see what I'm saying? So if we're going to flip that and just to say they were CEO up there, you're going to be seen, right? So your status, right? Your status comes into play, right? So spirit doesn't play, right? So I found it very interesting how karma hit and how we all got to see. But at the same time, take heed because what goes around, right, for one to see, what's entertaining to you and what's funny to you, right? Remember, you have to put yourself into people's shoes. So no, it's not to say karma's coming for you now because you laughed and you found it amusing, right? It's in that aspect of knowing that it could happen to you as well if you operate in that low vibration, right? So when we're witnessing karma as well, we're not to sit there and look at it as entertainment, right? We're to analyze it for as what it is and see that if that was me, what would you do? How would you feel, right? And this is as a society, as a circle of how we treat each other and how our circles interconnect, right? And why you would hope or think that things would not meet you, but you just can't, right? You don't know who to trust, right? So you have to sit there and ask yourself, right? How much time do I take, right? Opening up, right? So welcome to my season, right? I'm feeling very ready, but at the same time, right? You need a hug, right? So the internal child energy, the full moon that hit last week was giving a lot of right, a lot of mother and father vibes, as it should, right? And as we go into the summer and go into Leo season, that's exactly what we do. We hit like the mother and father vibes, right? So these are the times where maybe now you're dealing with the mom, and then you hit the dad next month, or you're dealing with your mom now and you hit dad next month, right? But the masculine feminine energy for here is right now, right? We have Siren, right? Yes, the queen, right? The sexy ones, right? This is a time of really basking in your beauty, right? And understanding like you may not feel like it, but you're wanted, right? Maybe some of you feminine energies, you're healing by just wearing your bathing suit. You look good. You see what I'm saying? Or you just feel good, right? The riddle is like, why is it that I like all of a sudden I put on something and I don't need nobody? You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm seeing here, right? And that feeling is something that's not just supposed to be because of the material. The material, like, you know what I'm saying? Because we can get into things. People can buy a $700, $1,000 suit and feel like them the best. And then you can go to H&M and just get a nice little two-piece and put it together with something else and you look better. You see what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. This energy right here, it's kind of like, I want you to understand too, it's not just about what you put on, but it's how you feel when you put it on and how you actually look at yourself, right? That's where this is like it's giving real sexy, it's giving real um you're right, yeah, this is you, right? I know this energy, mentor, right? Because you're here with me, right? I does me. Okay? And I does me very well. Okay. So this is very healing because the cancer energy at this time is allowing you to heal. You get what I'm saying? And how dare you really like look at this situation as acting like you don't know, you know. Even when you act like at this time that you haven't heard, internally you know, right? So creating and the best for yourself at this time is where you click into your Saturn energy, where we are in right now too, right? And where do you hear that stuff, right? It's all in the music, right? It's in the music. Mentor, may I tell you now, right? I don't really listen to Saturn, right, from SZA. Why? For the simple fact that I know what the song does in a looping aspect. I know what the platter and Saturn energy holds. You see what I'm saying? I'll play with it when I want to. So no, I don't want to be listening to the song and having that thing in my head and on the subconscious have that ruling me and keeping me back. That's how dirty it is. You see what I'm saying? So you can sit there and sing the melody in a certain way, but it's not gonna work for me, right? Right? Just like I'll take snooze, right, over killed my ex. Like what? Right? No. We can be vexed and stuff all we want, but you see, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're taking it somewhere. Yeah, take me to jail. Can't go alone. Right? Yeah, something's coming together, my unit. Right? Something's really coming together here. I really like it. It's the smartening up, I'm seeing in here. And it's always okay to kind of like, you know, the medallion. Yeah, somebody's like, no, if I can still win this, I'm going to. And that's the attitude that I'm here for, right? I'm a firm believer in we're not going to sit here and act like the past didn't happen because we need some of it to actually assess to make sure that we don't repeat these things. But if we're going to say, you know what, clean slate, checkpoint, and we can finish this strong, I'm with you, right? Just don't blame me. And Cancer energy can know when you're lying as well. So you might even have that energy coming back around right now too, and you'd be like, "Baby, I love you, and I really, really, and I really, like, I know, and I commend your efforts, but no, like you're not gonna be the one, and that's okay too. That's okay too. That's love too. Just let you know, that's love there too. What's up? That's love there too. That's love there too. That's love there too. I'm honoring this one. Pilgrim. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. This is somebody this is an energy and a vibe that I see that can see their own faults, or maybe like about to admit their faults, right? It's so funny because I didn't want to take it there this week. I was supposed to talk to you guys this week, but it's kind of harsh, right? But the energy is like you're a fuck up, and it's okay, right? But you see, when you want to sit up there and call everybody else a fuck up and point to everybody else and fuck this, fuck that, or like, you know what I'm saying? Excuse my language, but it's like you kind of have to get to a point to admit to that, like, you know what I mean? You fucked up, right? So that you can clean up, right? I fuck up too sometimes, or I could, you know what I'm saying? But there's a perfection energy in here as well, where somebody just feels like they're too good, or they thought that things were too good that they can't make any mistakes or nothing can be their fault. And this energy is just seeing here now, like, too, like, I can see, right? There's the eternal child that I was talking about, the cave and the eternal child, right? It's coming to be like this. It's like it's not to say that it's about faults, but it really comes into a space of when you take accountability, right? It can make you feel good because it takes the weight off. You see what I'm saying? Energy is here. You see what I'm saying? We're exchanging, right? So in this season, as I'm telling you, like, coming from a space of years, right, of taking on the energy of others because I know that they were weak and they couldn't do it. So I decided to, whether I decided to take it or I decided to allow it to fall upon my lap, it doesn't matter. What I'm saying here is like, you really get to, like, I would say, take it like, you know what's yours and you know what isn't anymore, right? So when you look at your plate and you say, I have so much to do and so much to clean up, you'd be like, no, actually, I only have like this much to do, or this is how much or long it will take me. When you really look at the weight and the brunt of certain things, it's not yours. It's what you allow to come into your space. It's what you're so used to taking care of, right? Right. The things that others may find to be a joke, right? That you've chosen to take seriously. These are simple things sometimes that are not even like your shit to deal with, right? That's the joke. And now you give it back up, right? It's the heart chakra space, right? It's the third eye of just seeing, like, it's like you wanna do it. You can, do it for yourself first before you want to really do it for anybody else. Like, you got to do it for yourself. Fault, right? Janet Jackson, you can't blame nobody but you, right? That velvet rope, baby. Mhm. 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 I'm also getting a vibe this season too. The the time to have fun and the time to is because it's like I'm seeing this vibe like where it's like you just know when you're supposed to stay home. You hear me? Know when you follow your gut sometimes, right? Follow your gut sometimes. That's all I'm gonna tell you. I ain't telling you not to do anything, right? But I need you to just follow your gut. As simple as that. I don't care how fun it is. I don't care who invited you. I don't care what's gonna be there or what you can get out of it. Really follow your gut, because during these times too, your your integrity is being tested, right? And I don't want to have anybody actually to be a leader and do something new. So you see when you like, and this is for like the ones that I'm getting this vibe like in the friend circles and shit, right? Like it's like all of you, but it's like you feel like you're not a leader, but at the end of the day you're the one making decisions. But at the end of the day, it's like it's not like you're first. You know those ones? Yeah, that's the vibe I'm getting. All right, everybody's going, and you're like used to it, and then all of a sudden it's like you want to say no. It's like that vibe. It's like when the actual waiting, right? Waiting for one to be like, oh, you don't want to go because I didn't want to go either, right? You know those ones? And then all of a sudden now it's like within that camp of 5 or 6 or whatever, it's like you start to part off within the two because you really start making the better decisions within it. This comes with the cleanup crew as well, like coming into the like circles and whoosh. Like I'm just getting that vibe, right? It's like you decide to actually not follow, and you're gonna see as well, like you were truly the leader as well. You may have some follow you as well as like as in that lead, or you're gonna see how you were to lead your own. Hoping that makes sense. Hmm. There's the father vibes. And getting the feminine energy in a certain way, actually, tapping into. You hear that? Hear the sirens? Yeah, I felt that. They're tapping in. There was something there where I felt like it's very alarming, where I'm like, you I feel like you realize that even though you want to blame the father vibes for certain things, it's like, you see, when you're well aware of where your issues are coming from, you need to kind of stop operating that way. We're in the deep healing right now, right? So it's kind of like the triggered energy of like where you're treating these men poorly when you find them, or the fact that you can't really take in the love because you can't believe you found it. if you're well aware it's coming from the father vibes, then you need to quit it. Healing energy needs to come in, because it's like you can't be punishing yourself and punishing the situation and punishing the time as well, and the experience and the lesson that's supposed to be at hand if you're giving it low vibration energy, when you know in an aspect like your crown is telling you to try to project like this outcome, right, of what you truly want, because we're not always sitting in and supposed to be talking about like what's happening to us or how we got here. It's like that's the looping energy where it's like I don't want to hear that after a while. It's like duh, right? But it's like you're given an opportunity now to try it over again, and you're not taking in the aspect of how you may be ruining it or how you have ruined it. So coming into this space of reevaluation, you should be fucking lucky that spirit's giving it to you again, just so that you can, right, really, really, really consciously sit down here and go over these and the formula so that it doesn't happen again, or also take accountability so that, like I said, you can take this weight off, because in a sense of in a times like this too, right? Sorries are to be given out. Right? Those are for the mature ones, right? The sorries are to be given out, right? Sorries are supposed to be given out, right? And clearly too, well, just it's been, yeah. I'm getting I'm hearing, I'm getting river dance, right? I didn't really um mess with Act Two. No, I didn't. I didn't really mess with Act Two, but something with that river dance. I don't know. I'm just getting that energy right now. Running through the river, right? There's something in that energy there, like that song, and like that surrender, right? Right. Hmm. I'm also feeling like there's gonna be a time, maybe within the next week or two, where you're gonna like, it's giving you're gonna meet somebody that's really, or like you already probably have, um it's no joke, right? There's something about this energy where it's very it could feel very stone cold. It could feel like it doesn't like move or doesn't budge, right? But this is because you may not be used to this type of like vision or this type of knowledge or this capacity really of thinking. So like you're judging it, right? And you're judging like, the light and dark of it, as you should. But I think you need to look at this as like a good thing, right? Especially for the ones who asked for this. Yeah. You asked for certain things, so spirit's gonna send you things and you may not understand. You see what I'm saying? Well, you, like I said, back to the crown and back to these things or these feelings, I need you not to judge in such a way. Just like some of these people are here, right? I find it so funny, right? In the last couple of weeks, I just been like back into myself, right? Just sharing myself, put on back my clothes, me look good. And I'm just seeing the followers go down. And I'm just like, interesting, right? I would love to know what you're judging me on. To be I was just like, it's just like 1 minute you like me, 1 minute it doesn't matter, but it's like there's that aspect in the air, right? I can feel the judgment, right? And proceed, my unit. Proceed, right? I know I'm doing something good, right? I need to see those numbers go down even more because you want to be surrounded by the ones who actually don't dim your light, right? That who like you know what I'm saying. So and I leave things open in the space for people to circle back around, right? Because you have to kind of know who and what it is that you are, my unit. This vessel, the sword, the fault line, yeah, right. Right, so like people be unfollowing me, like I be the reason for the shit that's going bad in their life. You know what I'm saying? Up until I tell you, I promise you, up until I started having more of an opinion through cards or using the cards or however you want to feel it, or people want to. No. A nigga will tell you when I started to mostly share my opinion more on life, right? I felt like the judgment kicked in more, right? I was living a life of judgment of others because I was like, what's wrong with these people? You know, being a little quiet and not trying to impose so much of my cleanliness, you would even say, until you just say, until you come out in my unit and you just, as I said, a lot of it for the internal change is for yourself, right? Others need not to apply, right? To whatever it is that if you're hiring, right? The right people will come, right? The right people will come. And a true person that knows that they have something going on, they won't give up. You see what I'm saying? They won't give up. Right? Okay. And spirit will make sure it happens. Okay? Okay. Okay. Time and time again, I've seen that from him. He did listen the way he delivers in my life. You know what my biggest problem with is? I don't really ask him for anything. Sometimes I forget that I can ask him for things. Of course, I have to work for it, but I forget. Prayer. Come through, spirit. You see that? You see the prayer? You see the prayer, right? That's all you gotta do. And sometimes I forget that sometimes I can do. I work for mine. He's in alignment. He knows exactly what to do, like what we would want. But and you make it with the offering. I know. I know. Right? What you give in my unit is what you get. Right? And that's why sometimes you have to really reevaluate like how your gratitude for life is, right? You may feel like you be giving a lot in life, right? Spirit is rewarding you in the right ways, right? You're fruitful, right? You have your shelter, you have enough money, and I didn't say that in the aspect of like you can you have a roof over your head, right? You have food in the fridge, right? And then there's that times where it's like it really gives in. That heaviness of the outside, the, the storm, yeah. Like other people's, like I'm just hearing a little bit of like, like bang bang, they shot you down. As I'm just saying, like, it don't mean you gotta go out of your way again. Right? You needed me. I love you, my unit. I owe you some all signs. You love me. You love me. My baby always gets it. I judge. I don't want one more card. Spirit, give me one card to open up on. I said one. The energy's here though. Yeah. Yeah. Some of you guys need to go on some walks alone. I bid you this weekend or next weekend, plan some walks alone. Go to a park. Try to go through, try to go through some greenery. Put on your bug spray. But don't try to do it with any friends and stuff so that you be talking and stuff, like, you know what I'm saying? You're okay to take a drink with you too. I don't mind. You want to bring it in a little flask, go ahead. But I kind of want you to be alone so that you can kind of tap back into your animal instincts and kind of get into this nature vibe. Yeah. And please go by a river. Please go by a river and bust a dance. Do this summer bounce. Okay? Dude, like, honestly, I'm there with you. And when you go there and you have that little bop, and you remember me, that's how you know I was doing. Right? Maiden. Thank you. I'm hearing open up with just one touch. This is, yeah, see? The forest. The forest. The maiden. The healing energy coming through. Also helping the father wounds. And the father, do you see the force and the light and the day that's going in here and the animal instincts that I'm seeing that's giving these 8-8 portal vibes, especially with maybe your first son. Your first son could be a Leo as well, and the Leo energy is also here helping you repeat the vibes for it as well. Aquarius star vibes on the bottom of the deck as I go to grab. Did I not say that I wanted to open up on the card? Maiden. Feminine energy as we are in Cancer vibes. So this makes meka sense. Eh? Meka sense. Make sense. Holy Spirit, angels, ancestors, guys. Ever since I came back from vacation, my skin is just a little more oily than I would like to, and I think it's because of all the daiquiris. 2 of Cups. Right? Oh, nice. Oh, nice. Nice. Seeing feminine energy, maybe ready to make a move, or somebody wants to make a move on you, and you're gonna be like, ooh, and it's your move next. Right? Somebody wants to make a move on you. Yes, they do. And this is like, this is somebody that knows how to move too. So when they make the move, you're gonna have to respond. You know, some people will be like, it's like you don't know if they're hitting on you, and you don't know if they're interested on you, and you don't know if they want to go on a date with you. Not this one. You're gonna have to, like, after then, it's like, what's your move, right? And this is where I felt like, yep, here we go. Here we go, Cancer energy. Here we go. And there's the Hierophant. There's the 9 of Cups. Here we go. What are you gonna do? It's giving them a bit of marriage, right? And this could go back to, like, the beginning energy of, like, back to the beach. Got seen on the beach and was like, damn, but like, I want to marry them. Hmm? I want to marry that. 3 of Cups, 4 of Wands. The 3 of Cups and the 4 of Wands. And I have the 2 of Cups here. This is also kind of like a dwindling down. This could be a player, or somebody that just has options, or you're part of the crew. You're part of the crew. Right? They're part of the group, but yeah, they want to make a move. Mm. Somebody wants to make a move. Yep, there's lovers can't make this. Somebody wants to make a move. Oh my gosh, this is going back to the friggin'. And it literally, that is a cold play that went on. If you wanted to be with somebody else, then all you had to say was that. Like, because the 2 and the 3 of cups and then the 2 to the 3 could also feel like there's a karma energy we're talking about. Oh, spirit. I wanted to stay on top. Oh, yes. 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 This is like making him. This sucks. This sucks. Because you see, it's always light and dark to things, right? Here we go. King of Wands. Alright. So funny. But this is I hope this is not a messy situation. That this is just like a single thing I'm seeing here, right? Somebody that just has options and now they just want, like, you know what I mean? But or I'm also getting like, I don't want it to be messy, like, you know, like out of friends, like in the friends crew, like, you know what I mean? Can't be friends no more because these two want to, or these two been. But at the end of the day, yeah, I'm just giving, like, you can't, the truth is, at the end of the day, like, it's like, I can't say that this is right, I can't say this is wrong. I can't say that somebody would be like, what the who would have thought that kind of thing, like, you know, but it's deep down inside, this is be like, everybody's going back to how they feel, right? That this, like, even if you feel like it was, like, the most deceptive thing that you could ever feel like that could happen, it's like, it's going down to somebody just saying, like, it's the feel. Somebody's like, I needed to feel love. Like, they made me feel this way. I needed to, like, you know, it's like, it's not right, right? It doesn't make things right, but it doesn't justify, right? Libra energy, yeah, karma. But if you were to put yourself in a human, this is like what I'm like even saying is like when, let's just say your best friend is cheating on, right? And your man, it's like, what's the exclusive thing? Because, and you know your friend doesn't have anybody, you know, 4 of Wands, right? You know your friend doesn't have anybody. It's like, you know, because we can't all go on like double dates and stuff. I can't, like, you know. So you seen yourself with mine, right? It doesn't make it right, but Cancer season is kind of like putting yourself in the shoes of just saying, like, you can kind of feel why this person would want to, like, you know, or somebody giving it all up. They can look at what they have and they'll give it all up just for a, right? And sometimes people think that would change their lives as well. Fool. Idiot. Love you, spirit. Love you. Ashe.